New details tonight. Joseph Emerson, the ex-pilot who tried to cut the engines aboard an Alaska Airlines flight 48 hours after he consumed psychedelic mushrooms nearly 2 years ago, finally admitting to his actions in court. A story we've been following for nearly 2 years. Our Ariel Yakabazi joining us live tonight from the Queen 6 newsroom. Ariel, first tell us more about what was said in court today.
Well, Liz, today Joseph Emerson changed his plea. He now pleads guilty to 83 counts of reckless endangerment. And it's a case, as you know, that's really got national attention now and has critics questioning if the punishment that Emerson now faces fits the crime.
Horizon's making an emergency landing, ETA 4 minutes.
It's a day the 83 passengers aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 2059 and the nation will never forget.
My husband, Stephen, and I were passengers on Alaska's Flight 2059.
And it's one Joseph Emerson is now facing consequences for. Emerson admitting in court he had not slept in 40 hours and consumed psychedelic mushrooms 48 hours before entering the cockpit of the flight from Everett, Washington to San Francisco and tried to cut the engines while flying over Portland less than 2 years ago, saying he was experiencing a mental health crisis.
That doesn't make this right.
A Multnomah County judge sentencing Emerson to 50 days in jail and 664 hours of community service. That's 8 hours for each person on board. Half of that community service time can be spent working through the nonprofit he created called Clear Skies Ahead, which aims to help improve mental health in the aviation industry. Allison Snyder isn't convinced that's the right call.
My husband and I are neither judge nor jury, but the consequences proposed today seem insufficient.
Mr. Emerson absolutely put their lives in danger.
Multnomah County DA Nathan Vasquez speaking to Emerson's mental health struggles just outside the courtroom.
We do need to see a cultural shift in how we treat mental health and how we accept that in our society. And certainly for pilots and for professionals in which we entrust our lives to.
Allison feels differently.
I believe that any passenger behaving this way would be placed on a no-fly list.
During court, Emerson remained stoic and gave a guilt-ridden statement.
I regret the harm I caused to every single person on board that airplane.
For Allison Snyder, she fears the potential for a similar mid-air situation is imminent.
Without industry change, we all know that this will happen again.
Now, Liz, with this plea, Emerson is never allowed to go on a plane without prior written approval. Meantime, his federal sentencing hearing is set for November, but until that happens, a judge is allowing him to stay at home and out of custody. We'll be sure to bring you the very latest updates as we learn them in the coming months. Reporting live in the Coin 6 newsroom tonight, Ariel Yakabazi, Coin 6 News.
Thank you, Ariel.